Everyone. Welcome back to my creative space. My name's Teresa Louise. Thank you so much for being here today. And I know I am very early, very early. It's just a little bit after noon here, but I decided, what the heck? I'm going to be up here anyway doing stuff, so I thought I'll just come on up and get started. And I have lots to do before I actually get into my projects, but that's okay. Okay, let's see who we have here. We have Linda. Hello, Linda. Hi, Candy. Hi, Paula. Jacqueline. Polly. We have Kay. Hello, Kay. Hello, Irish lady. How's it going? And Katie Crafts. Hello. MJ. Hello. So good so good to see you guys. We have Cindy. Melena, how's it going? Hope everybody is well today. Hi, Glenda. Hi, Gladys. So good to see all of you. Um, I know I am really early. Hi, Danny. How are you doing? Um, Now, normally, before my Sunday sew-in chats, I come up here and get things cleaned up and organized and ready and all that. And I'm usually up here like an hour or two before I normally go live. So I thought, what the heck? I'm up here anyway. Just go ahead and go live and have some company. Yeah. So that's why I'm early. Plus, I noticed that Ian wasn't on today. So I figured, what the heck, you know. And let's see who else we have. Hello, Vicky. Hello, hello. Hi, Jean. Hello, Susan Bowen. How are you doing? Yeah. She said, oh my goodness, I was just catching the rerun of yesterday and here you are again. I know, surprise, right? Hi, Lisa. Yes, I'm trying to, get caught up with you guys because I feel like I've just been gone for forever. Hello, Donna H. Hello, hello. So, yeah. Okay, I read some of the comments uh, from the video yesterday, if I can just think. And so I wanted to answer, I think it was Jane. Jane, yeah, I think it was Jane. Hello, Sheila. Hi, Mary. Brandon's feeling better today than yesterday. So I think he may have learned his lesson about overdoing it yesterday. So let's hope. Hi, Kim. Hi, Constance. It's going good. Okay, so for just a second, I'm going to flip over. Hi, Mary Wilson. It being a caregiver is exhausting. That is a fact. Oops, there goes the wind. Closing my door. Hold on a second. There. I forgot to prop that up. I usually prop the door because if we have the doors open downstairs and the doors open up here, the wind goes. Yeah, that's what it does. It goes right through here. I appreciate all the prayers, really, I do. Okay. And Kim said she just got the notification. Good. I haven't been on very long at all, Kim. Yeah, until the next time. Exactly, Kay. Yeah, I'm hoping. I tried not to badger him too much yesterday about it, but hi, Diane. Hi, Nora. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to click over there real quick. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, JK. How's it going? And read you this comment. This was a really long comment, which was cool. And I thought it was quite funny. I got a chuckle out of it. Yes. Anyway, let me pause it here. Let me pause that. Okay. Here we go. Hi, Tony, in the comment here. Said hubby and I were out seeing our boys and grandkids today and watching the replay. Thank you. So I'm going to give you a little heart. Barbara, little heart there. Okay, let me find, where'd her comment go? You know, it's weird that they changed in the comment section that the names aren't how they're supposed to be. You know what I mean? I can't tell who's who. I don't know what YouTube is doing. Okay, here it is. Here it is. Okay. I'm so sad I missed your live. I'm finding myself yelling out, "What happened at Motel 6?" and calling the sewing guild lady and asking her if she considered the rectangles each a block. Yeah, I would like to know that too. Okay. And or we need, okay, hold on. We need something to signify school starting for the calendar quilt. Considering I'm halfway through the replay and still talking to you shows how slow I am, because if I'm not getting answers, you obviously can't hear. This really gave me a chuckle when I read it earlier today. She said, she says, I call you TL for short to myself, and I'm wondering if you'd hate that. Okay, no, I wouldn't hate that. That's okay. You can call me TL. Just don't call me, bad names. There you go. Um, and she also wonders if anybody else has nickname for me. Okay. Do you guys have nicknames for me? She said, I never used my middle name because if it was ever used growing up, I knew I was in big trouble. I know. Me too. I can still hear my mom or my dad saying, Teresa Louise, you get over here right now. Anyway, I wanted to say, and it goes on. So you guys had to go over and read that. It's really cute. And of course, prayers for me and Brandon and all that stuff. And she also said, oh, one more thing. She says, anyone doing this project, the calendar quilt, do you see how the A forms the tip of pencil that's made by the two yellow squares below it? Pretty ingenious, huh? Well, I got to look at that. Okay, let's get that. Oh, okay. Well, it could. I guess you could make it look like two pencils, but it doesn't actually look like two pencils. See, the A, what she's talking about there, you could, you know, make it look like two pencils going like that. That would be pretty cool. And yes, that would be ingenious. Okay, I just had to share that with you guys because I thought that was really cute. So let me get back over to the, and don't let me forget about the story to Motel 6, all right? Because I will tell you that while I'm putting these up. Hi, June. Anyway, I thought that was funny. I should pin that comment to the top. Oh no, Polly lost Bob and Chicken. Hi, Katie. Thunderstorms, Kim? That's not good. Oh, I hope you don't lose the internet, Candy. That happened to us yesterday. I don't know what happened, but for like 4 or 5 hours yesterday morning, we had no internet. Okay, so I'll put that down. One of the things I wanted to do, I didn't mention this yesterday, so I'm just trying to get a little organized before I start back on the calendar quilt and stuff and kind of clean my sewing room up. I tend to do that on Sundays, and I'm going to hang up Farmhouse 2 blocks. And you guys may remember me working on Farmhouse, which was a block of the month with my local quilt shop. And I did enough blocks out of that that I could get 2 quilts. And I would really like to get this put together. And after watching Pat Sloan put together her animal quilt that she did, and then you know, all she had were these random blocks. They were all different sizes, and then she puts it, she has a program in her computer, which is no longer available, that she puts those blocks in, and then she can add blocks to it, and it gives her all the math that she needs. Well, I don't have anything like that, so my math is all on paper typically. Um, so anyway, watching her do that gave me kind of like an incentive to get these blocks back out and figure out how I'm going to put them all together. So I thought I would just let you watch me put them up. I don't know how much I'll get done, but I'll start with putting them up. This one is humongous block. They don't stay up here on their own very well. Um, because this isn't really flat because the closet doors are back there, so I have to pin them up there. So I'm just gonna put them up randomly plus the wind is blowing, so they'll probably fall down. Basically just want to see what I have. If I pull the doors out a little bit from the closet so that they're at an angle like that, then they'll stay up there a little bit better. So it looks like I have 2 of these. I'm going to have to go ahead and, so these are all the big blocks I had. Looks like they still need to be kind of squared up. So these were 1930s type reproduction fabrics. So I still have more. And then I have what's in here. Looks like I got quite a few in here too. And I hardly ever do this, but I have the binding ready. I think this is the only project where I have binding ready. Okay, so Farmhouse Fancy is what it was called. It was, like I said, a block of the month with my local quilt shop. And I have a bunch of half square triangles of all different sizes. And then I have some of these little kite blocks, more half square triangles, and then 4 patches. So I have a bunch of those to use for fill-ins. More half square triangles. Like I said, a lot of half square triangles. Here's a really big half square triangle. Okay, so I knew I had more big ones. All right. So what I'm going to do is put up all the big ones. Here's 2 more big ones. And then I can fill in with the smaller ones, right? All right, so I'm going to take these smaller ones down for now. One more big one. There's a big one. But this one is still the biggest one out of all of them. And then the next big size are like this one, and that one, and that one. Looks like I got 3 that are about the same size. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that are about the same size. And then these smaller ones like this. So, so I'm going to start out with the big ones. Let me just make sure there's no more big ones in here. And because I split all these up and I made 2 quilts, I can no longer really go from the pattern, right? I like to make life hard on myself. Quilting, you know, if it's not difficult, then why do it, right? Wanted to see if I could find the paper that showed the quilt. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay, so this is what the quilt actually looked like. Okay. See, and they got this great big one, this one here, down on the bottom. Down here. So, oh, and I also made some of those, turned some of these into little spools. And I have those. I have a lot of blocks. I have these. Okay, so I think this is going to be a pretty big quilt. And I don't know if this is still available or not, but you could check with your local quilt shop and see if you're interested in it. Farmhouse Fancy by Sarah J. Moda Fabrics. It's 30s Play. And this was actually fabric from 2020. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. I didn't put that up very even. I think I'm just going to leave this up in this corner. Drop the needle. Okay. At least I found that needle. All right. I'll move these out of the way. This one. I'll look at the chat in just a minute. Hello, hello everyone, if you're just joining me. And I put this one up here. Since these are like two, they both look like baskets. Maybe I'll put that one basket there, another basket in this corner. Now, what I could do is try and make them all this size. So what I could try to do is like add what I need to add on to this one to make it this size. And then that way, you know, I would have probably 4 sections then to put together. And then I could add these smaller pieces around the outside or something like that. Okay. So that's all the big ones. Let's see how that looks. So if I did that, if I tried to make them all that size, the first thing I would need to do is to measure this block. First, I would make sure it's squared up, and you know, then I would measure it. And then I would square up each one of these because I haven't squared those up yet. And then do the math to figure out how to get them all as big as this one, right? Now, that's how I would do it. How would you guys do it? Hi, Deb. How are you doing? Thank you, Donna. I have to see what congratulations to Vicky is. Oh, that's great, Vicky. Congratulations. That is awesome. Great news. Great news. Hi, Peggy. Oh, thank you. She said she loves my hair. I fixed it just for y'all. Hi, Joanna. Hi, S. Taylor. Yeah, I don't know if you heard me. I did get finishing instructions, but since I pulled a bunch of blocks out and made another quilt with it, then I can't really go off of the finishing instructions. So, but that's okay. I can figure it out. I hate it when my phone turns when it's not supposed to. Thank you, Kathleen, for welcoming everybody. Hi, Tammy. How's it going? I don't think I have seen Dave's craft room. I'll have to check that out. Let's see who else. I'm not sure if I said hello to Nancy, but hello, Nancy. Hi, Sharon. What am I using for the background design wall? That's like a fleece blanket. Like I've had this blanket forever, and the one that the tiger's up on over here, this one, that is cotton batting, but this one is a fleece blanket that I just cut up to fit over the closet door. So yeah, everything sticks to it, and you can get those old fleece blankets like at the Goodwill and stuff for pretty cheap. And they don't have to be white. You could, you know, if you found one that was gray or light blue or something, might work. Oh, cool. Melina's going to start basting the cheetah. Awesome. I can't wait to see it. Okay. Um, Hi, Brenda H. Hello, hello. How's it going? Hello, Teresa. I don't know. It's a YouTube thing. I'm not sure, Teresa. She said, why can't I see the chat on my TV, only my phone? I don't know. A lot of people comment that they just watch the video on the TV, but they use their phone or whatever computer for the chat. Okay, Candy. She's anxious to see what I might do with my blocks. Hi, Amy. Gonna listen while she takes a nap. Okay. I'll try not to yell. Hi, Jane. I read your comment earlier. I really got a kick out of it. Now, I haven't told the motel story yet, so um, I will in just a little bit. So that's kind of that will be my plan to start out with on this. So since that is my biggest block, I'll square it up, you know, make sure it's nice and square, all that. Then I'll measure it and then I'll know what I need for the other blocks. So, um, for instance, if I just put that on top, you can see I need quite a bit. It's probably 5 to 6 inches already that I need right here. And so I can use these or these along the bottom or along the top and sides. So let's just show that, okay? I'll put this one up next to it like this. Get some pins. Okay. So let me just bring that a little bit, you guys, a little bit closer. All right. So let's pretend that I've already squared this up, okay? And this one. So you can see that I need at least that much more there. So I'll go through my smaller blocks. You know, I could do this. Now it looks to me like I'm going to need a small piece of white because these are not big enough. Okay, so all right. So I'm just kind of overlapping them by 1/4 of an inch and I'm lining them up with this block over there. So let's just work with these, okay? Let's get a different color. I got a light purple. Okay. See if I have any other colors. Okay. So you can see that this is too big, but what is that block? So I just take my measuring tape. So it's 25.5. I got to get a paper. So that one block, let me find the note section so I don't ruin something else here. Just notes. Here we go. Notes. Okay, so I said 25.5 by probably 25.5. Yeah, 25.5 by 25.5. So I'm going to want this one to be 25.5, right? So I can probably get another 4 patch in there. All right. Yep, that's about right. I might have to add just a little bit of white on the end, but it's pretty close. Okay, so this little piece of white that I need right here, I'm just going to measure. I'm going to measure the end of the block and the end of and the top of this block. So the bottom of this block, the top of this block. I'm going to measure that. So that is 3/4, right? But you don't cut 3/4 because you need 1/4 of an inch to sew. So I would actually cut what? 1 1/4, because I'm going to lose 1/4 on the top and 1/4 on the bottom, and I need that to be 3 1/4. So 3 1/4 is 1 1/4. So that it would be what I would cut that strip at. I would do 1 1/4 by 25.5, and then that would get me all the way out to here. Now I could put that here, or I could put it down here. And I think I would put it here so these are separated from this block here. All right. Now I still need more on the outside here, right? I still need more out here. So I need to do the same thing. What can I use to fill that in? Probably okay. So it looks like those blocks could be about 5.5. Let's see if I have any that are that already. I have some that are 5. These are 5. could do that. I don't know how many of those I have. I think only 2. But I have this, and I could actually cut this down if it's too big. Actually, those probably would be the right size. But I have lots of these, lots of 4 patches. Let's see. And I have lots of half square triangles, so I could even use half square triangles. And I have some of these, so I could use those. Let's see. Could use a half square triangle here. Let's use a different color, like green or something. Oh, I could use another one of these. I think I have enough bow ties just to do it all in bow ties. Okay, so I have that, which would be pretty darn close to the 25.5 by 25.5 that I need. So that's how I would just continue on. So then I would get my piece cut here that I need to add on to there. Sew this up, sew these up, and then just put them all together, sew them all together. So that's basically how you would do it to try to keep building up, right? So that's what I would do with this one, these 2. Do the same thing as I'm doing right there to get them all to be this size here. And then I'll see what I have left after I do all that, because I'm still got, I still have all of these too. I got a bunch of those, so all fill in. So that's going to be a lot of work. I made myself a lot of work, you guys. All right, looks like I lost my chat. Looks good. Did I mean to turn the half square triangle backwards? Oh, I took the half square triangle down, so. So that would work. These might be a little too long. Maybe not. Once I add in that piece right here, they probably would be okay. But I don't have them exactly where they're supposed to be either. Yeah, it might be just a little bit too long, so I'd have to adjust those. But I think you can kind of see where I'm going there. Oh, yeah. I did turn those around. Okay, thank you. Okay, so something like that. Hi, Sandra. How's it going? So that's how, basically how I will approach this. Um, I might have to trim these down a little bit more, and I might even have to trim this down a little bit more. Like just take a slivers off of each one to make it all work. Um, but I think you get the basic idea. Now, when I get to these, like I could, you know, I could just be able to do a whole row. Okay, that one's a little bit smaller. Take that one off. Those could just go down one whole side. And this would be here. Like that. And then of course I've got this size too. So I have a lot to bring in. So it's going to be, this is going to be very scrappy. You see what I mean there? I could put a row of those going down. But I'll see as we get closer to that. Okay. Seems like everything is pointed to the right. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, and keep in mind too that this probably isn't going to be the permanent way. Let's see what it looks like though if I turn it. These two are already sewn together, so that's good. So I'll probably have to take those apart. And I can look through here and see if I have any more bow ties. Oops. Well, they're already sewn together. That's why I can't put them there that way. Let's see if I have any more. I have enough scrap fabric I could make some more. Let's see. I don't think I have any more made. So let's see. Could just put up for now. I can't do that one. Well, I'll have to take these two apart or make some more to get them to turn the other way. And I do think I like them turned in that way better for sure. So I'll take these two apart. Thank you for that idea. Hi, Linda Dollar. Missed the beginning. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm thinking some sashing in between each section. Possibly. Depends on how big I want to make this quilt. If I want it to be bigger than the fabric that I have, the blocks that I have made up already, then I'll add sashing in between the blocks. Um, I don't know, they might. I don't know. I only have 4 bow ties. Actually, they probably would, and I wouldn't have to cut that piece. Let's try that. Good eye. Yeah, that might work a little bit better. And then put the 4 patches on the side there. I'm not sure if that'll make it 25 or not though, 25 inches. So that's what you do. If you like to play, with stuff, this is a really good thing to play with. So something like that. But you see how you just keep working it until you get something that you like. And then, you start sewing them together. So that's how I'm going to keep doing it. I'm just going to have a mess over here on the table. So I have lots to play with. I have all of this still in here. A lot of 4 patches. I have a lot of fabric squares, so I could just even use just these squares to fill in somewhere. They're 2.5-inch squares, so I could make more bow ties. I can make a lot more bow ties with those. Plus, I still have a lot of the background fabric. And, I could even make some more of these cute little, I did a video when I was making those. Those are really cute. So, and the good thing about half square triangles, if I need them, I have all kinds of them they're all different sizes. Like, there's this big one, and then these are definitely smaller. If it turns out that I need them to be smaller, I can always cut these down more, right? Can't really make them bigger unless I add just borders around them. Yeah, nice, more squares. Okay. Yeah, minus the seam allowance, they might just fit. They might. So, um, let's check it out. You know what? They will fit because that's 26. I need them to be 5. Oh no, it's only going to take a quarter. They're going to be a little bit, they're still going to be a little bit long, but I could still trim them down a little bit. So anyway, all right. So that's one of the things I'm going to keep working on, leave it out and start getting that done. So I guess I'll ask you, you want me to keep working on this, or I can move to the calendar quilt and work on that? Because that was the plan for today, was the live with the calendar quilt and the Berrylicious, to get started on that. So, but it's up to you guys, what you all want to do. I'm happy to do any of it. as long as I get to sit down once in a while. Calendar, please. Okay. I got one for the calendar. Well, you know, I can move around. We could do calendar for a little bit, and when I get tired of doing that, I can come back over here and work on this. Right? That's kind of how I roll. Plus, I still have a quilt on the long arm. I could do some long arming a little bit. And I need to make space here. Because I need to iron my calendar quilt. So get that over here. So here's the calendar quilt. And I started on that yesterday, piecing that together. Okay. Anything I want to work on. I like that. Okay, got to plug the iron in. Probably gonna be on for a while today, you guys. I don't know, maybe 3 hours. We'll see. Because I have so much to do. Oh, I wanted to also, I have another project that I've got to start. So besides this one, and this one, there's another one I got to get started too. So I want to show you that while this is heating up. I have to go in here. Let me pin this real quick. Otherwise, as soon as I open this door, they're going to all fall down. Don't want that. Okay. I can't find it. Well, that took me a while. Okay. I'm not going to start this today, but I'll tell you about it. So if you want to do it with me too, you can. This is a really old free pattern from the Fat Quarter Shop. It's still available over there as free, and it's Christmas. Okay. And I've been wanting to do it for a long time. So it's Merry Mini Quilt. Right? There's 4 pages free over at the Fat Quarter Shop. It's called Merry Mini Quilt Christmas in July Sew Along. And it was the one they did in like 2020 or 2019. So it's been there for quite a while, but it is so cute. And like I said, I've really wanted to do it for quite a while. And so I'm going to work on that. So next week, if the time allows, I'll start getting my fabric cut out for that and kind of get this added into the rotation to work on it a little bit on Sundays. Okay, so if you, I don't have that in the description box yet, but I'll add it tonight or tomorrow, so it'll be there. Okay, happy Sunday, Danielle. Hello, hello. Okay, let's get the calendar quilt over here so I can. Hey, do you guys mind if I eat a Tootsie Roll? They had Tootsie Roll, bags of Tootsie Rolls down at the store. What fabric? Okay, I'll show you. Now I can't talk because I'm eating Tootsie Roll. This fabric is Winter Wonderland by Sandy. Cloth, CLOUGH, for P&B Textiles. Isn't that pretty? Mm. This one's really pretty too. They're all pretty. I don't know if I'm going to add this in or not. We'll have to see. It probably wouldn't really look good in the blocks. Isn't that cute? And there's 3 of these and different colorways. So this is all the fabric I have to work with it. And then just from my stash, I pulled this out in case I wanted to do the stars in the blue here, because this Christmas fabric doesn't have any blue in it, but this kind of goes with this. So I might do the star with some of this blue. I might have to pull another blue too. I don't know. And that's supposed to be a snowflake. So what I could use is like this. And then this gray one. And then I would need, oh, I could use this snowflake instead of this snowflake, but not both of them. You'd have to pick one or the other. If this was a little darker, you know, like a darker blue, that would be great, but I don't. So I have to look around in my stash and see if I have a darker blue that will go with that. I can change the house up. I don't think I'll have the house blue at all. And I might put the blue points in the poinsettia. I might do that just to have more blue throughout the quilt. So, like I said, it is a free pattern. If you want to do it, Fat Quarter Shop, go over and look at in their free patterns. It's the Merry Mini Quilt. It's either 2019 or 2020 that they did it. And I like free. So that's what I'm planning to use. If you guys want to join me, you're welcome to. I'll probably get started on cutting out some of those. How about if I start with, let's see what they did for number 1. Doesn't really matter, but block 1 was the poinsettia. So we'll start with the poinsettia right there. I really need to do my nails. So you can go ahead and get that cut out. And you know what? You can make this as big as you want. Or you could just make a table runner. Do all poinsettias and do a table runner or a wall hanging. Or you can make like 4 of these, 4 of those, 4, 4, 4, and make a really big quilt. I'll leave it to you to guess which I'm going to do. All right, let's iron the calendar quilt. So I'll leave this out. And I'll press my pieces for the calendar quilt. You think you have a few of those fabrics, Lisa? Thank you, Brenda. Love the pattern, says Barbara. I do too. It is stinking cute. Okay. Oh, you can't applique. What do you mean? Well, I've demonstrated it in quite a few of the other videos. You can applique. Appliquing is pretty easy. I know it can probably be, you know, when you're learning something new, it can be a little daunting, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. And you know what? I don't think you could really go wrong picking your colors and doing all that, you know, especially if you're using one designer or one line of fabric, because their stuff usually, you know, goes together pretty well. Like I'm using Lori Holt on a lot of these calendar quilts, but they are like 4 or 5 different um, designs that she's come out with, but they all kind of go together, you know. And I think some of the designers do that on purpose. Okay, that one's together. So is anybody else working on their calendar quilt? We were supposed to do this last Sunday, but that didn't work out. So I'll just get started on it a little bit, and then I'll move to Berrylicious. Berrylicious Quilt. Okay, so those are all ironed. And I'm going to have to cut out the middle piece of fabric for that. So we're going to move over to the other table over here. Turn this iron off because I don't need it right now. And it'll feel good to sit down because I've been standing for quite a while. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have warned you. You were going for a ride. Oh. Okay. Get organized over here a little bit. I better plug this phone back in before the battery dies on me. All right. Now, yesterday, in the live. Hi, Mona. Hi, Mona. I can't yell because Amy's trying to take a nap. So I shouldn't have said her name probably because, you know, when you're trying to nap and somebody says your name, doesn't that kind of wake you up? Does me. All right. I gotta remember what goes where. I need my little book. Better move this before it spells. Hi Susan, how's it going? Liking this pattern a bit more than the tree pattern from this year. Yeah, I was going to do the tree pattern, but then I remembered I had those printed out already and I kind of like them better, so that's why I decided to go ahead and do that one. Oh, okay, Motel 6 story. Thanks for reminding me. I will tell that story right now while I'm taking a break. How's that? Okay, so I called ahead of time and booked the room for up in Coeur d'Alene because, you know, we needed to go up there for Brandon's ablation that he was having at the Heart Center. And I figured, you know, it was all taken care of because I told them what I needed. You know, I want a room on the bottom floor and, you know, all the things. Anyway, and I told them that we probably wouldn't be there till around 6 p.m., sometime between 6 and 7 p.m. And they were like, okay, well, get there. And it's so hot. Oh my God, it's so hot. So we got there a little bit after 6 o'clock, and they were already filling up pretty full. And so he starts doing all my stuff, and it's like he's gonna put me upstairs, and I'm like, that's just not gonna work, you know. And he says, well, that's really all I have left, and I'm like, come on now. Oh, and the other thing is, we were going to use a discount from the AARP thing, and so, which my husband has, is a member of that, because he gets a discount on insurance, right, through them. So that's why, mostly why he has it. And so they wanted that. I think you get like $20 off on your room. So he wanted the card. Well, he didn't, on the phone. They never told me I needed my card or anything like that, or I would have made sure Brandon had it in the wallet, because he didn't have it in his wallet. Okay, but he did have the medical card that was stamped. That had the stamp AARP on it. Okay, medical card that's dated for this year. All right. He wouldn't take that. So I didn't get my discount. I was not happy. And gave us like a little bit of a discount for senior rate or something like that. They wouldn't give me a discount for surgical procedure, or I'm never staying at that Motel 6 again. I can tell you that right now. So, all right, I go ahead and I take the room. Hi, Jamie. Um, because I figured that was the only thing available. Um, so we get up there, and it was a smoking room, and oh my God. Mm. Okay, first of all, before we got up there, we've never had the dogs at a motel. Um, these two, Willa or Annie. And Annie would not go up the stairs. Firstly, we had them on leashes, of course, and we're we're walking towards the staircase, and this girl comes out of her room, and she's like, "Oh my God, doggies, doggies! Look at the cute doggies!" And I'm just like, "Don't touch the dogs," because they've been in the car all day. I don't know what they're gonna do to that stranger. I don't think that they're gonna, you know, bite her or anything, but the way that she was acting was a little too flamboyant, rushed, hurried, which kind of startled the dogs. And so I told her to back off. I said, please don't touch the dogs. I mean, I thought I was very nice. I said, please just, let us get by. So then Annie's really worked up because this girl is trying to touch her, and Annie doesn't want her to touch her, because she's already worried about this parking lot and being on a leash and all this stuff, anxiety, right? So Brandon has Annie, and I have Willa. I had no problems with Willa at all going up the stairs, but Brandon um, is having a problem getting her to go up the stairs. He got part way, and the girl is still outside trying to get to the dog, right? And so Annie pulls on Brandon back down the stairs. Brandon almost fell on his head. And so I locked Willa in the bedroom, or the room, and I went down the staircase as fast as I could, and I said, "Would you please go back to your room until we get this taken care of?" You know, because Brandon almost hurt himself bad down those stairs. And so she finally uh, went back to her room and she stayed there. I, I mean, she was, I would say she had to be 18 or 19 years old, but I don't know that, you know, she may have had some sort of, I'm trying to say this tactfully, challenges, you know, challenged. I don't know. I want to be correct. But yeah, she was just too excited about the dogs. Anyway, I told Brandon, I said, you go on up to the room because Annie will want to be with you. You go up there and I'll take Annie and follow behind you. So Brandon goes on up the stairs and Annie starts coming with me. Everything's fine. And then she just freaks out about halfway up and she turned to run back down. And when she did, can you guys see my bruise? She smashed my hand up against the railing. So, yeah. And it really hurts right here. It almost felt like I broke or chipped a bone, that bone. And so that's my owie from that. So by this, I am just drenched in sweat, and it's because it is so hot. And then I'm, you know, upset about this dog. Finally, I'm just like, okay, this isn't going to work. So I'm trying to get Annie back to the truck, get her back in there. I come back, I go back to the room. Um, oh, in the meantime, Brandon had let Willa out. So Willa was following me around too, dragging her leash around. Oh, it was just a nightmare, you guys. So I'm like, all right, just cool, chill down, chill down. So Brandon knows kind of just to stay away from me when I get, you know, flustered. Um, so I took some deep breaths. I'm like, this is not going to work. So I went back into the office and I said, this isn't going to work. Having the room upstairs is not going to work. I have a, you know, Annie is disabled, you know, in the back end. I think I've told you that before. You know, we have her on some special injections and stuff, but and she's a chocolate lab, so I don't know if it's just the hip dysplasia or what. But anyway, I said, you know, I have a disabled dog, plus my husband is disabled. This room is not going to work for us. When I reserved the room, I asked for a room on the lower level, and that's what I want. I want my I want a room on the lower level. Okay. And he said, all right, let me see what I can do. Well, he gives me a room for disabled people. Okay. And they had like 4 rooms, I think, um, for disability rooms. And there were no people at all there at the time that I got the room. Nobody. So it wasn't like I was taking the room away from anybody, you know. And I'm not supposed to walk up steps either. So anyway, we got the new room, and Brandon was much happier because the room upstairs, like I said, it was a smoking room, and oh, it stunk so bad. Oh my God, it stunk so bad. Um, so I was glad to get out of there, and the room, the disability room, didn't have any smoke in it, so that was good. So that's my motel story. I mean, we have not stayed in a motel, and I don't know how long, a long time, years, and it did not go well. We have to go back up there next month for Brandon for his checkup, and I think we're just gonna. I think I would rather put a mattress in the back of the pickup truck and sleep back there than stay at Motel 6 again. Okay? That's how much I enjoyed it. So that's my motel story. Yeah, I needed more difficulties on that trip, that's for sure. So, but the rest of the time um, went pretty well. And this still hurts right here. Um, Not as bad as it did, but there's like a little lump right here. And the bruise is actually going down. Uh, it was really bruised. And she didn't mean to do it, you know. I wasn't mad at her. And the thing about the stairs is that you could actually see the light through them. And I think that's what freaked her out, that she could see down below, you know, and that just freaked her out. She's like, I don't trust this. I'm going to go through the hole. I know I am, you know, but the gap is only about that far, you know. Poor dogs. I think it is just a bruise, you know. It's fine. I was going to tell the story yesterday and I just totally forgot. So, um, I don't mind telling it. The rest of the time over there, up there in Coeur d'Alene, went pretty well. Yeah, I had the dogs at the hospital, and oh, I don't think I told you this. This was kind of funny. So the when the hospital people or the outpatient nurse or whoever it was called to verify that we were coming and all that. And this is a couple of days before the procedure. She didn't give me the address, you know, she just said at the hospital, um, you know, if you're looking at the emergency room, we are the door on the left hand side of the emergency room. Just come straight in through there, go up the elevator, take elevator number 9, go up there and go to your left. The waiting room is right there. Easy peasy. Okay. So the hospital is actually across the street from where Brandon's doctor is. So we knew kind of where or we thought we knew where the hospital was. Well, this is going to show you that we don't we don't get out much, okay? I didn't know that hospitals changed their names to health center. So I'm looking all over the place for a sign that says hospital, Kootenai Hospital, you know, and there are no signs. The only sign that says Kootenai Health. So I'm thinking, that, you know, all of this is a clinic or something, right? So I call the place and I'm like, where's the hospital? Can you give me the address and I'll just put the address in? I even did like Google Kootenai Hospital, you know, and nothing come up. And so I asked her, I said, does the building actually say hospital on it? And she said, no, it's health center or health services. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. So let me know in your area, is your hospital still called a hospital or is it health services now or some other name? You know, I think I think it should be hospital. And yeah, there was an emergency. After that, after I found out that I had no problem, you know, I got the address and Google took me right there and, you know, no more problems. And then I really lucked out and got in the shade. So I was in a nice shady spot the whole time, which was great. And it didn't get as hot there that day as it was supposed to get. So I was very grateful for that. And the hospital grounds had all kinds of grassy areas and lots of trees. So I was really, really, really grateful for that. So, you know, I spent a lot of time walking the dogs and taking them over to the grassy areas and just kind of hanging out with them and waiting for Brandon to get out of his procedure. And the procedure didn't take as long as they allotted. So he got done with the procedure pretty fast, but then he's got to stay in recovery for 3 to 4 hours or as long as the nurse wants to keep him. So that was the most waiting time. And I just let him be. I didn't stay in the room with him. He was just sleeping anyway. You know, I was there right when he got out of the procedure, so I knew that everything was okay. And they were putting him in his room and doing all that. So I just went and walked the dogs and came back and checked on him again, let him know that I was here, all that. And I said, I'm just going to let you sleep. I'm going to go walk the dogs and take care of them, and then I'll be back in about 3 hours. So that's what I did. And so that's the story. All right, let's get on this calendar quilt. And I couldn't tell you that story and work on the calendar quilt at the same time. All right, so in the book, it shows the inside blocks as kind of a cream color. But, you know, you could do whatever you want, whatever color you want. So I'm just going to look through here real quick and see what I want to, what I want to use. See, I have this light one. I could use that. Oh, I want to get these out too because, now I showed you these yesterday. I could fussy cut these little bees. Aren't they cute? Sometimes I cannot talk and work at the same time. There's another light one. Maybe that one might be kind of cute. And I could maybe want to do something. Be nice if I had something light and pretty. But it's going to get covered up with that apple anyway. So don't want anything too pretty. Cover up, you know, cover up your pretty fabric, right? All right. I got these tan ones. I'll pick from them. Hi, Karen. How you doing? Yeah, there are tons of outbuildings around the hospital up there at Kootenai too. You know, and they're all like south side. On the outside of the building, it's like says south, north, east, west. Um, so you have to know, you know, what side of the building your facility's on. I think I kind of like this one. And I think I have enough. So I might use this piece. It's got a little bit of blue in it, and it's marbled and colored. Looks like kind of it has trees. Yeah, I have plenty of this. All right, so first thing I need to do is iron it. So I got to turn the iron back on. The hubby is feeling pretty good today, Karen. Thank you. And I'm okay. So I'll get that pressed, and then I'll show you how I measure it to cut for the center, because in the pattern they are doing it pieced pieces, but I'm just going to do it one solid piece. So I'll just write it down on this book. All right, so remember yesterday I said that how I figure out my measurements that I need. So I sewed, this is part of the top, right? This is the bottom, and I sewed 3 together. So these should be pretty close, hopefully, to the right size, same size. Okay. Then what I do is I measure this. So looks like it's about 14 1/4. Okay, so those are that's my top measurement. So that'll be how wide that piece is cut, right? And then the sides, I sewed together 5. Okay, so same thing. These are my cornerstones here. Make sure they're about the same size. And then just measure them. So that'll be about 23 3/8. 23 3/8. So I probably didn't sew very good. 23. I can kind of trim that. I'll just do 1/4. Because that's what it should be. Yeah. When I set that right. Yeah, 23 1/4. All right. So let's go iron these. I'll just turn you around. Thank you for the thumbs up, you guys. I'll try and move you a little slow. So your measurements could be different than mine. But that's basically how you would measure it out. we got to decide if we're going to follow that, make an apple that big or not, or just try and make some little apples. Make a basket maybe. What do you guys want to do? Follow the pattern or do our own thing? Okay, I'm going to turn you back over here. And I think I'm going to move you guys up here. So hold on. You guys are getting all moved around today. I have my Tootsie Rolls over here. I think a basket would be nicer, says Linda. Make it unique. I love making the pattern easy. Me too. All right. So here's all my corner pieces. All right. So I need lay this out so I can get it cut. I need it to be, it's not really straight. Well, that's okay. It will be when I get done. So I'm just going to do, I'm going to go ahead and cut this off at 24 up here. Now I got to cut the selvage off. There's that. Whoops. Don't have as much room as I would like. I think it's time for a new mat, you guys. Okay, now I can got it at a workable size. So I need to straighten up one edge. So I'm just going to fold this. That, turn it around, and I'll straighten up this edge. Okay, now I need it to be 14 1/4. There. So I'm just going to go over the quarter because I'm going to after I sew the top on, I'll fix it. I'll do 14 1/2 just in case I measured wrong. Give me a, because it's a lot easier to trim it down than to add another piece back on, right? So I'm just going to do 14.5, and then I'll do 23.5. See, I cut too much off of there already. Darn. But that's okay. I can still fix it. Okay. Now we can sew the top on. Okay. So now I can go ahead and sew the top on. Hi, Rochelle. How's it going? Hi, Bobby. Yes, thank you, Susan. Thumbs up, please. Thank you so much. Hey, Deborah. Oh, wow, Susan. Awesome. 25% off. An extra large mat. Do they ship? I bet it would cost quite a bit to ship a large mat. Yeah, I did, but I did add the seam allowance, but then I messed up when I was squaring up, so I'm going to have to fudge it, which is just, you know, typical Teresa. Hi, Susan, you're out. How are you doing? I think I got the top right, but it's the bottom. That's okay. I can fix it. All right. To remember what color arrangement I was doing this in. Okay, so the purple is the one on the top there. Yeah, see, I'm going to have, I cut out extra for that, so that's good. All right, so I'm just going to sew this right sides together. And so I'm definitely going to have to trim that up for sure. Okay, that's not a problem. It's not much. It's less than 1/4 of an inch. And what I like to do when I'm sewing these is make sure that this is lined up correctly. So you could even just put a pin in it, especially when it's this long. Put a pin in it over here, and then put a pin in over here so it stays. I find that it's a little more accurate when I put this extra pin over here. It doesn't shift on me as much. Hey, Valerie. Is it? When it has a lot of ruts in it, like Susan said, and this mat is starting to get like wobbly, you know, and it's got a lot of, even though it says that it's a self-healing mat, um, they do wear out, especially if you keep using it in the same spot all the time. Like really, I should have another small mat when I'm doing little, like when I'm doing the paper piecing. I shouldn't be doing it on here because you're just cutting in the same spot all the time. And if you use a doll um, rotary cutter at all, that is really hard on your mats. It's better to have a really sharp blade. It doesn't leave the ruts. Yeah, I didn't end up with that much extra at all. Okay. But there is a little bit of extra there. So I'm going to take it and fold it over like this. And I'll line up this side just as close as I can get to being lined up perfectly. I'm just going to go ahead and pin that. Okay. And I'm going to make sure I'm lined up all the way down the side there. Just flatten it out real good. And then I will take this and I'm just going to cut off that little bit of extra there. It was hiding on me. Make sure you're still lined up. So I'm making sure I'm lined up here on the top. And on this down here on the bottom. Okay. That should be good. And I'll just go ahead and put the other one on the bottom. And I had blue over there. This one over here. Hi, Donna B. How's it going? Just got home? Okay, line this all up again. Put a pin over here. Feel like I'm missing some stuff. You guys are all talking to each other and I'm not keeping up. I can hear somebody's chicken outside. Okay. What are you working on today? I'm working on the calendar quilt for September. Getting that started. Hi, Sarah. Okay, Sarah, I got you. Okay, so I'll press that. So I'll run over to the iron real quick and get those two pressed. Only take me a minute. Okay, there's that. This seems like that's too long. That's pretty long. I might have messed up on my measurements. Oh, I can't wait to see it, Susan. Hi, Donna. How you doing? That's okay. I came on real early, so no problem. Let's see. I had this. And this. Is that right? Yep. Okay, that's my left-hand side. I need to get these together. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I might have to tear that out. We'll see. It could be right. I'll sew these together first and see what we got. Not having a very good day on measurements. That one. Okay, and this one, the color is this one, I think. Yep. Oh, well, I did make my squares that go along the side are bigger than what's in the pattern. Okay, so that might be part of it. I'm actually made mine quite a bit longer. I forgot about that. Came unthreaded. And my threader doesn't work, so got to count on my eyesight, which isn't all that great anymore. There, I did it. Yay. All right. I usually like to have this part done and just be working on the applique on the live, but you know how it's been. Okay, so this goes that way. And this one, I had dark blue on the top with this color next. Yeah. And even though this fabric is from the same country, or same company, it's just a different line. They don't square up with each other. Unbelievable. You would think they would, you know. If they can't do 5 inches square with pinked edges, they should just do them without the pinking. I mean, I like the pinking in a way because the fabric doesn't, you know, come apart. Because that frame can really be a pain in the, you know what. Okay, that's done. Let's see what we got. No, that looks like that was right. Okay. Well, it's going to be really long. I'm going to have to put lots of apples and bees in it or something. Maybe I ought to put a tree branch. Oh, hey, there's an idea. Maybe I ought to put a tree branch in there. Since I'm going to have all that room. Okay, this one's going to go that way. Tree branch with some apples. Okay, my brain is thinking. A tree with apples and leaves and bees. Yeah, bees. And flowers. Maybe some pansies. Hi, Teresa. How's it going? I'm mostly working with Lori Holt's fabric. This other piece in the middle is not Lori Holt. Good morning. Good afternoon. There's just a variety I have here of Lori Holt's. Some of it is her farm, whatever fabric. Some of it was, oh, I can't remember now. What was that last one she came out with? Like Clio or something like that? Calico, maybe. Might have been Calico. Then there was another fat quarter or charm pack I had. I get them from the Sew Sampler box, of course. Well, I can't believe I cut that the right length. I'll tell you that. I lucked out. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay, I could do a tree, apple tree with leaves and branches with apples, and then have make a little basket sitting on the ground. I'll have to sketch it out. Sitting on the ground with apples tumbling out of it. Huh? What do you guys think? Okay, this one, how did I have it? I had the orange with the purple. Yeah. It probably doesn't really matter, but I had it all laid out a certain way, so might as well just stick with it. Yeah, exactly, Joan. I think that would be cute. Be a lot more work, but that's all right. Plenty of time until September, right? I know. I saw that, Joan. Great minds think alike. All righty. Almost got this baby done. I can look through the other patterns and see if there's a tree branch. I think there is one that had the bird. That one, that might work instead of having to, sketch it out myself. I'll have to make, I think I probably will have to make the apples myself. I don't know if there's any patterns in here that have the apples. All right, that is done. Yep, me too, Jewel. Pick apples in the summertime. Pick a lot of things in the summertime, right? Peaches, apples. Okay, now I just need to press that out. And then this one's pretty long. It's a bit longer than my last month. That's okay, it'll work. And that background I think will look really good for a tree in it. Yeah, so let me look on here real quick and see what month had the tree. Okay, there was a tree in March. Instead of doing the blossoms from March, do apples. Okay, no other pattern has apples, so we'll have to make the apples ourselves. And not do the birdhouse. Could make a smaller birdhouse in it, I guess. Okay, let me see if I can find that one. That was March. I just want the pattern for the branches in the tree. Okay, that's the turkey. Don't need that one. I don't think it's that one. And, okay, found it. Now you could probably make that up yourself, no problem, right? If you don't want to do use the same branches from March. But I could use the branch and the leaves. So I probably will do quite a few more leaves than that. And then I'll have to come up with an apple with apples. I don't think that'll be too hard. We can do that. Oh wow, Susan. Did you put your channel link? Or yeah, you could Google online for an apple pattern. That's true. But I think I have an apple pattern in one of my quilting books. Yeah, I need to look into what, thank you, Donna. You put yours in there too, Donna. I didn't know you were still here, honey. How's it going? What time is it? 2:30. I've been on for over 2 hours now. We're doing an all-day live. I need to press that, and then I'll get out my the applique paper, right? But first, I need to go take a little break. So why don't you guys take a break, grab some more iced tea. There's the little break guy. He's going to keep you all in line. This is the party animal, okay? And I'll be right back because I need to go get some peanuts. Okay, I'm back. Someone here, Willa? Well, she just went flying by. Yeah, I got company, you guys. Dang. All right. I got company. Can you hold on for a minute more? Okay. I don't know if she'll come upstairs or not. She's down there talking to Brandon right now, but I gotta press this. I'm sure, hopefully he will. Oops, sorry. I told him I was going live, so hopefully he tells her. Okay, there's that side. Good thing I wasn't taking a nap. That's when people usually come over, is when I'm napping. I might have to go, you guys, to come up. Okay. But I have been on for a couple hours already, so there is that. All right, let's see. Now, oh, you're not all the way over here. There you are. Okay, the next thing. Okay, I'm going to cut off. Here's my roll of applique paper. And I just get it at the quilt store. They usually have it on a bolt or something. And I get it by the yard. And I believe it's called Wonder Under, something like that. So I'm just going to cut off a piece about as big as my middle piece here. And okay, here we go. Probably pretty sure it's more than I need, but I'll save the little pieces that I don't use. There we go. All right. There's that. So this side has the fusible on it. This side is just slick paper. And basically I'm just using this as a measurement, right? And then here is that tree. I'm going to do it a little bit different. So I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it. Willa, hush. Okay, I think she's coming upstairs. Hold on.
Are you still on the thing?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
that's okay.
She's on the
Internet? Yeah, I'm going
on
live.
YouTube.
I'm live.
I can't take it. I brought my coffee left, you know, my spot here in the driveway, kiddo. I've been thinking about you,
Oh, thank
praying
you.
about you.
Thank you. How's it going over there?
We'll talk soon.
Okay.
Best of luck with what you got going on.
Oh, thank you.
You don't need it, but silly thing to say.
I forgot about that.
Oh, it's okay, Brandon.
Yeah. Yeah, interact. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. He forgot that I was live. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'll put you guys down here. And because I just want that tree, sort of, kind of, right? I'm going to kind of line it up on my project here. You see where it is going to kind of fit, because I'm doing the different month, right? Now, I'm not going to want the big flowers and the birds, maybe a bird, I don't know. I don't want it to look exactly like the last one I got, last one I made with this pattern. I don't know what I mean. I do not want it to look the same. All right. And I'm just, I know you cannot see, but I can see through here pretty easily. So, I want my tree to be bigger. I don't want it to be just a little stick thing like they have going on here. Let me get a pen or something, a marker. I'd rather have a marker that you can see. Starting to get pretty warm up here. Oh, okay. I'm doing okay, Lori. How are you doing? Yeah. Hi, Willa. They're saying hi to you. Yeah, she is a major warning for sure. Okay. So I'm just trying to get this on the edge a little more, because I want a bigger tree. So I'm going to line that up with that edge right there. And then I'll show you. Okay. I think this branch is pretty low. I'm going to skip that branch. I might put it up here higher. And I'm pretty sure you can see the purple, hopefully. Yeah, sort of, kind of. All right, so I want a big trunk. So I'm going to leave that right there. And then my branch B's right here, so I'll do that one going this way. And oops. I'll go down and see her later. They just moved here. They bought the building that is a laundromat. And really seemed like really nice people. So that's awesome that we're going to have a laundromat again, hopefully. I mean, I have a washer and dryer, but they have the big machines that I can do quilts in. So that's why I want it, right? Okay, so that tree, I don't know, that might be too big. No, that'll be all right. Okay. And I think I want this branch is pretty short. I think I want it to be longer. So I'm just gonna take it out like this. Okay. This one will go up here. Won't be that thick. Whoops. That means don't cut there. All right. Okay, so you can kind of see what I'm doing there. Brandon's doing good. Thank you. He's feeling better today than he did yesterday. All right, so instead of these, I might not do that branch. That looks kind of funky right there. But I might do a split branch, like have one come off this way. There. That one would have to be a little longer then. Then I can just put my apples and leaves wherever. You kind of see that? So I think this tree is going to be, I think I'll make it a little shorter, and then the trunk will come out like this. Right? So I won't have that. And I'm just going to draw the line. Okay. And so I can put a basket down here. This will be grass. So I'll have to cut out some grass too. And I can put flowers under the tree. And I could, let's see, I could cut out a bird, like have a bird right up here on top of one of the branches. Okay. That'd be kind of cute if I had one of those birds. Turn that to the tail feathers. Okay. Now I have little legs. Gotta have little legs where he's, standing, right? I'll probably make, they don't have wings on them in this picture, but I think I'm gonna do a wing. Something like that. Okay, so that's a start. So now I can pick, yep, that'll be right about there. That'll look good. So I can just make a line there. There. Okay. And I'm gonna have to, oh, I need to do those leaves. That's right. You guys take priority. That's funny. Oh, thank you, Jewel. She said your tiger is looking fabulous. What is Teresa making? Teresa's making a mess. She's doing the calendar quilt for September. Thank you, Susan, for letting her know that. I appreciate that. And welcome, by the way, Charlotte, to the live. Welcome back, Katie. Okay. Well, that's good. Keeping you busy, Katie. Keeping you busy. All right. So that's the start of things. And then I have a whole bunch of cool batik fabric that kind of looks like trees that I think I can use for that. Or I can just go ahead and stick with the Lori Holt stuff and pick something out. I have quite a bit of browns, so I could pick something out. And then I'm still going to need to do apples and leaves. So, but for now, I think I've been on for about 3 hours. Hi, Kathy. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go, you guys. I'm getting kind of tired. But I'll try and be on again sometime during the week and keep working on this with you guys so you can kind of see how I go about designing something. And you know, that kind of thing, right? Sorry, I got distracted. I was reading what Donna said. So thank you all. I really appreciate it very much. I feel like there's a nap coming on. All right, we didn't get to start on the other quilt, of course, because I worked on this for a long time, and I should have had the background already made up. But that's okay. Things happen, right? But this one will be a lot of fun. A lot of really going away from what the pattern is and just doing our own thing, right? So I hope you guys have enjoyed these calendar quilts. I've enjoyed it, although I'm kind of, I'm kind of getting over them, right? Although because they're different every month, that does kind of help. And I think every month, every time I do the next one, I'm like, I really change it up from what the pattern is, just to make it different. But maybe later on in the week, I can get to work on Berrylicious. And I showed that on Saturday. If you guys want to do that, it's at the Fat Quarter Shop. There's a link in the description box. And I wanted to get that started today, but it doesn't look I'm going to. But maybe Tuesday or Wednesday I can come back on. Brandon has an appointment tomorrow, so I won't be here tomorrow. But in the meantime, I really love having you guys here with me and hanging out. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all your prayers and good wishes and all that. It means so much to me and Brandon. And yeah, you guys are awesome. So on that note, I'll see you next time, okay? Love you guys. Bye.